I like the coin to come after to start the campaign, so here we go. Uh, two recruits, I believe. Oh, we're fighting the Russians. All right, so the Tsar has sent troops into East Prussia. I could theoretically hold this hill and just force him to come right at me, but this hedgerow is juicy. So what we're going to do, we're going to select my infantry, and we're going to send them forward to the hedgerows. Once again, cavalry are going to be in the center of my formation to shadow the commander of the Russian forces here. Because he's got provincial cavalry, 600 men, 400 men, correction, 400. And he's their officer, so their morale's a little bit higher than just my standard provincial cavalry. But once again, these early battles, I want my cavalry to shadow enemy cavalry. And if there are no cavalry and there are artillery instead, I want them to take wide flanks and execute saber charges or full-on cavalry charges on the unsuspecting gun crews of those said guns, because artillery sucks when you're getting shot with it, but it's definitely a bonus when you have it. But Murphy's Law of Combat, when calling in artillery support, it will always fall short if the enemy is advancing, and it will always fall long if you're advancing, so take that for what you will. Something I didn't cover in the first two videos are cover bonuses and elevation bonuses. So when you line your troops up on the hedgerows or fence lines, stuff like that, they get a cover bonus. Cover bonuses are great because that allows your troops to resist incoming fire. And something like this, which is an elevation change, allows your troops to get a little bit of extra distance on their shots. So I'm just kind of seeing what he's doing. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and we're going to get probably about a half hour to an hour video out of this. I am going to attempt to delay the enemy army every chance I get, especially with the convoys. So we may actually get a little bit bigger of an army than the last, I guess, series. If I can get his morale down to about here, I actually might execute a cavalry charge. Half morale. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Don't think any of my men will get an extra volley off, but what will happen, we're going to smash into these guys. Do a very good charge. Yeah, but get that stamina back. They were at 22 out of 50 when they got behind those recruits. But I kited his general into a foolhardy charge into an entrenched opponent, essentially. Yeah, his infantry's moving. They're in disarray. And they're going to catch this cavalry charge out in the open, unprepared. We'll let these guys hack at him a little bit. Maybe shattering them. Nope. Nice little general advance happening. Too close. They charged way too close. Okay, we'll get 2 volleys off. Shattered 2 units, routed 1. Well, routed 2, made 1 retreat. But hey, first fight, very well. 174 thalers. Captured regimental flag, nice. Cheval de Frise, was corrected on that pronunciation from video number 1. And gunner implements, nice. Take that veterancy. We're going to bank the gunner implements, and we're going to get rid of the heavy jackets. And that. Oh, no, let's go get this convoy first. It's relatively close. Alright, so a little bit larger of an army. I'm a little reticent to take this fight, but we kind of have to. We'll dig in along this fence line or this fence line. The easiest way to make sure we get lined up correctly is do this. Try to use the terrain to our advantage. These trees are really good cover. These Cossack cavalry are really good. We'll get our general over here, nestled nice and neat. First cavalry charge of the afternoon. We sent them packing. He's trying to hunt my cavalry down. Prevent him from reforming. Big bayonets, gentlemen. So we got $100 in from the convoy, and another like almost 250 from this fight. Captured uniforms. These wooden stakes are great. Some 6-pound guns. So we're gonna eat the veterancy, even though I don't have troops to replenish right now. Because what that does is gets us exceptionally close to getting veteran musketeers. But 2 fights in, we're up to 3 regiments of pretty beefy musketeers. So he can't have that. He can't have that. So, we'll hold on to this. So that's for artillery crew. That's for artillery crew. Those top 3 we're all going to sell, though. That's just cash money, just waiting. Ah, 3 units of cavalry this time versus my, I guess, 1 brigade. I wouldn't even call it an army at this point. It's a brigade. We can get up here. We can take this, force them to come through the woods in disarray, and have just an open, just turkey shoot right here, and watch the cavalry fight for the town. So I think that's a good plan. Could be proven wrong. But the former NCO in me says put your infantry in a good spot, even though, once again, Air Force here, not a grunt. Call me a pogue if you want. But put my infantry in a spot where they can just go to work, I think is the best course of action. And you gotta remember, these cavalry units are only 400 men strong. So 1,200 men. Like, I've almost got more men in every one of my infantry units than all 3 of those cavalry units put together. One of the easiest ways to defend against a cavalry charge is the Prussian method. I believe I covered that in especially during the Georgian era. Not so much this isn't so much Victorian era. It's kind of the French Revolution era, or the French Revolution, French Indian War, 1700s. And we're looking to get our infantry into a spot where they can get this, 91% cover. Like, that's where you want to be as an infantry unit. You want to make sure the cavalry can't punch a hole in your line. Take this Orthodox church. Definitely looks like an Orthodox church, like a Russian, like typical Orthodox church. Whereas it's not really doesn't really look like a Lutheran or a Protestant church from this area. Just kind of slow advancing my infantry. Yeah, there we go. We're in a 74% cover. Basically, we're manning these buildings. I am gonna turn down the music volume. There we go. Okay, maybe getting close. Yeah, when that little charge meter runs out, man, your morale just tanks. But my provincial cavalry coming in over here, just smashing into this Cossack cavalry that's helping out. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna fall back here. We're gonna form up. Yeah, we want to get that stamina recouped. I didn't get the volley off. Time to shatter them. Oh, they'll get the volley off. Come on. In my experience with playing this demo, the Russians, their Cossack cavalry, just Russian cavalry in general, they will quickly re-morale while on the retreat. I think it's just a buff of their unit or their unit type, and they'll return right back to the fight almost. Um, yeah, we'll take the casualty restoration here. Haven't even been in the first town yet, and we've got veteran musketeers with land patterns. Get rid of those. Oh, we actually need to go back in here. We need to look at our general. Um, volley fire. Yes, please. Uh, uh, either faster reload or faster promotions. That'd be where I'd go. I think the quicker you reload, the more shots you get downrange. The more shots you get downrange, the more enemies you can put in the ground quickly. Yeah. All right. So we got 1,400 to work with. Buy new socket bandits to get rid of the negative that we have for melee on our infantry. So very good cover fighter here. Um, fast promotions. I like this guy because he has a supply wagon. So we're gonna get him. Just to pick him up. Um, barracks. Uh, open up that. Yeah, so we got that. We can go to barracks. We can get 650 to get 2 units. But at the same time, I also need some reservists. So pick up the reservists. Burn. I bought 1,000 reservists and immediately spent over 500 of them. Barracks. Yeah, get those Cantonist recruits. Stable. Let's look at the stable. I like these Frisian horses. I'm gonna make my cavalry into Cuirass or cavalry at some point. So we're gonna upgrade them with those. And we'll save the infantry. Oh, one other thing. This general goes in there. Alright. Encampment. I just punched into this battlefield. Sweet. We got a third officer. Take some supplies and leave. $32. 48 provisions, 40 ammo. 2 weapons. Or we get more thalers, more provisions, more ammo. A likely chance of fighting a field army. I'll just take the weapons. Because now it's just perfect to upgrade those guys. Yeah, we're gonna delay that enemy general, the headquarters. Give him a week. Uh, we have plenty of reservists. Ooh, land pattern carbines and Potsdam muskets. Now our cavalry can shoot. Uh, I don't like it, but I'm gonna do that to go back into here. To get, I need just a bit more money. Sell everything. Yeah, now second brigade's starting to come along nicely. Quartermaster, should check them, but I don't have any money. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look. We're gonna start heading back this way. Just picking up more reservists. Burn the ammunition to delay them even longer. Hussar sabers, two muskets, socket. I'm going to backtrack back this way because I want to come up here and get these two encampments. Uh, 2-week delay of the enemy. Didn't get the great coats. Oh well. But I'll be able to get encampment to get. We're actually not going to fight that guy just yet. Oh. Free regiment. We'll take Freed Corps. Freed Corps Grenadiers. So now we have Freed Corps recruits, Freed Corps Grenadiers, so I think this will be a good Grenadier brigade. So we've got oodles of infantry. Fight this smaller unit first. The cover is along this line, or like this. He's got artillery and no cavalry, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna line up in a way that I can exploit having my cavalry in a really good spot. Yeah, I've got a supply wagon. That's really good when you get artillery, but until then, it's kind of just dead weight to the army. So we're gonna keep this division moving. I can cover this distance quickly. Doubt I'll be able to. They're really weird charging across rivers like that. That probably will get patched in the future, but until then, that unit's never coming back. Say goodbye to your artillery. No. Everybody. They got those recruits to rout. Yeah, boom. A really quick fight. I lost one unit of recruits to retreat, but that was due to enemy musketeers basically charging them. We'll take the conscripts and the reinforcements to lessen the hit to 2nd Brigade. Yeah, so these guys got a cover bonus of 20%, and this gives another cover bonus of plus 10, so technically plus 12 with the entrenching tools. And they're 20 points more resistant to charge. So like I could turn these guys into land melts, but I'll just save up to make them musketeers. Let's just stay away from this army as long as we can. So that enemy army's chasing us. At the same time, they've just watched us crush a smaller force. Another group of artillery. Get them pushed up. Try to obscure my dragoons. Yeah, we've fought on this battlefield before, it looks like. So we know this church, we know all of this is just really good cover. So the troops we hide in here, pretty well sheltered from this artillery. Yeah, bringing up our supply wagon. Sticking it in the church graveyard. Yep, them dead cannons, man, they will mess you up. Doing something interesting here. Putting my dragoons on horseback, keeping my horseback behind another unit that fire. Basically, they can fire over the heads of these guys from behind. Throw these recruits off the battlefield. Woo! The cannon got a decent volley into the cavalry, but he fired solid shot, not great. No. Musketeers are not charging my recruits. Grenadiers are better in melee. And now the recruits charge in. The Grenadiers will deaden that charge. Goodbye. Ooh. Charge, that's good for grenadiers. I want the provisions and the veterancy. It's just, I think, good practice. Yep, there we go. And let's restore everyone's troop counts. I think what we'll do. Look at this guy. Melee. Have a bonus staff officer. Some provisions. Alright. We're just gonna drag our pet army around. Now he's even slower. Now, technically, if we wanted to, yeah, we're gonna turn around. We're just gonna bust this dude in the chops. So he's got 4 cavalry units and an artillery unit versus my large amount of infantry. And I think he's got 5 units of infantry. So I outnumber him on infantry and manpower. But once again, he's got cannons. So what do you think my dragoons will be doing? Yeah, we'll let him have this area if he wants it. We're gonna just set up a little L. Veterans there. Musketeers there. Recruits there. These recruits there. Hold my grenadiers in reserve this time. Cavalry in reserve. General at the farmhouse. Supply wagon at the farmhouse. So, kind of taking a page out of the Civil War, setting up kind of a fish hook. Though I don't have the high ground, I do have the woods. Yeah, let all my troops get moving. Yeah, he's grouping all this cavalry up right here, which tells me I definitely want to be using my grenadiers over on this flank, because grenadiers have a buff against cavalry. I misspoke in the first video. I meant to say grenadiers were your brawlers. There was a king around this this era. He I think they were like, I think it was the Prussian king. I think it was like King Frederick's Giants or something. The dude um, essentially recruited the largest human beings he could find to be grenadiers. I get this unit to retreat. Right flank, left will march. Once this unit goes, I'm going to continue just hooking around. Not very good for my dragoons. These poor dragoons, man, they're just trying to get back to friendly lines. Oh look, cavalry versus grenadiers. And Dr. Musketeers. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that, but here you guys go. Open field bayonet charge of the grenadiers. And a successful battle. Well, folks, it's been 1 hour. I do enjoy making these videos. They are fun. I do actually like playing these games too. Ooh, 2 great coats and 3 capture uniforms. Let's see, please. My veterans, man, they just soaked up that level. Yeah, Freed Corps recruits are now Freed Corps Musketeers, and they will become Freed Corps Grenadiers to match their brethren. I've got 2 spare officers as needed. Um, Burley, thank you very much. For Grenadiers. We're going to also do one thing. We're going to change his uniform to kind of match the Freed Corps. Yeah, there we go. Eat through more of my reserves. Probably eat the last of my ammo. And then I'm going to take a quick trek this way. We're going to knock out this fort. Actually, we're going to enter this town to gather the free recruits. Oh, no, I don't get free recruits from them. But what I do get is the ability to sell all of this. The ability to open up a new brigade. And we'll hold off on manning that brigade for now. But ammo and reservists. We'll expand. We'll slow down a little bit to forage. Land patterns. These are really accurate. These are good melee. So, foreign advisors. We'll give him joke eggs, land patterns, land patterns. Eight and 4, 6 and 6. Just a bunch of stuff to sell now. But we're gonna go clear out these two convoys. It's just free stuff. And we're gonna hit the outposts and slums along the way, I believe. Maybe the slums on the way back. We'll come back with reserves for that. That's a nice buff. Delay it by 2 weeks. It's been 1 hour. I'm going to pause the recording here, and then see you in the next video. So.